It felt good, man. I felt like we was 0-82. Um, felt good. It's a work in progress. You know what I mean? As much as we want things to happen overnight and us to be 4-0, we're 1-3. So we just got to keep continuing to work, continue to build really good habits, and live with the results. But we got to hang our hats on the defensive end. And I think we had some really good spurts, and then some where we let them back in the game. So we just got to continue to build, continue to hang our hats on the defensive end.
George, just what led to yours and Benji's success on the offensive end tonight? It seemed like you guys were scoring a great deal of game.
Yeah, I mean, we were flying around out there. I think, the bench unit most nights is, you want to come in and bring energy and kind of impact the game, and that's what we were able to do. I remember getting in there, and we kind of got to a couple of loose balls, closed out some defensive possessions, and got out to get out and run. And when you make shots, the game's a lot easier, and I think that's what we did coming off the bench.
Yeah, what's that just been like for you? I mean, you're a returner, kind of back in a similar role, but D'Anthony's new,
Yeah.
House is new, Montrez is new, like just sort of helping everybody continue to adapt.
Yeah, I think like what James said. I mean, it's a process. We're still trying to figure each other out, and what spots guys like to be in, and the spacing that we need to get, and to be the most effective that we can be. And like I said, James said, it's going to be a process, but I think today was a step in the right direction. And when you're making shots, life is a lot better.
James, your coach said that he wanted you. He was talking to you about the ball handlers to bring the ball up a little bit faster, get over the timeline midcourt a little bit faster. That would help your offense on non-running plays and set plays.
Yeah, it just gives us more time to, create a better shot. When you walking the ball up, you're limited. So he wanted our pace to pick up a little bit more. First couple games, I put that on myself, just because of I played against some really good individual defensive players. So even me, when they're on me, I got to push the ball up, push the tempo. But our ball handlers got to do a good job of that, and then that's just going to give us more opportunities on the back end, when the shot clock is going down. So tonight was a good start, and we just got to keep that up.
Seems like you've had a lot of success throwing it ahead to Tyrese, kind of. I guess like on those passes, like if he's kind of just even with the defense, or you just kind of laying it out there and throwing it in front for him.
Yeah, I mean, if he's even with him, 9 times out of 10 he's gonna beat him. But it's just a trust factor that we're building as a team. You know what I mean? We're fairly new as far as all of us. But even Tobias has some, Trez has some, with the advance and paint touches. And that's a trust factor, man, on both ends of the floor. Like, we continue to build that game by game. You'll see some really good things out of us when the time is right.
James, there were a couple times in this game where you had Joel or you had Montrez and down low, and you kind of just caught the ball and tossed it up for them to get it on the inside. I guess in your head, how does that look, that play, when that comes around? How do you see that play unfolding?
I mean, for me, first I got to put the ball where the ball needs to be, but I think just giving them that opportunity, they put the work in. They went down there. They got position. They ran the floor as a big, so you got to try to reward them as much as possible. Now, if the pass isn't there, then I probably won't throw it, but I feel like the opportunity was there. They deserve it, so I'll try to give them an opportunity to get the ball. And sometimes I'll turn the ball over, but them running the floor and trying to get that position and them knowing that I'll throw the ball, it helps our team.
When Indiana cut it to, I think it was 8, like maybe 5 minutes to go or whatever, is that just when in your head, like, all right, I'm going to make sure that
yeah, I mean,
take care of this?
it's early, what I mean, and I feel like every team has confidence. So it's a young team who comes in there and has nothing to lose, really just trying to play hard. And they made a run, which every team is going to do. So you got to get a good possession, try to get 3 stops in a row, and trying to finish the game, and we did that.
James, when you break down your opponent late in the fourth quarter, you see him hit the floor, you nail that 3. What goes in your brain at that point?
A lot of things. Last time I did that, airball. So I wasn't trying to airball. I tried to get the ball on the rim at least. But trying to make the shot. I mean, trying to create the best shot available. And as he went down, then I felt like that was an opportunity. I seen Joe out the corner of my eye on the right-hand side, but I had to get my revenge, my lick back for airballing. So hopefully that made up for it.
James, Tobias put up 10 3-pointers in this one. Is that something that you guys are pushing him to do more? You guys want to take as many threes as possible on a regular basis?
Well, I haven't watched the film yet, but for the most part, I feel like they were good shots. It's dribble penetration, and I remember a couple of them early in the game. I threw it to them, and they were really good looks. So that's all our shooters. Like, we encourage them. We open, you take the shot, and live with the results. At the end of the day, this is a make or miss league. So if you're making shots, it helps your offense, and then it helps your defense as well. So not only for Tobias, but for all our shooters, we encourage them to shoot open shots.
For either one of you, and you've mentioned obviously this is a process, but like, what do you sort of identify as the next priority or the next step in this as far as the continued development?
Winning on the road. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. Obviously we know what Toronto does. They're going to make the game hectic, and I think, we've kind of done a good job, or started to do a good job even with today, is just spraying the ball around and moving the ball and taking what the defense gives us rather than, forcing different situations.
I was going to ask about that. If you feel this upcoming trip coming up, a chance to bond together, George, and get things worked out more as you go on the road there, this road trip, a chance to kind of even solidify more things both on offense and defense as a team?
You said doing like team bonding activities? Is that what you're coming
In
at?
terms of like,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, George.
Absolutely.
Hanging out, George. Movies, dinners.
in terms of, the offense and defense,
Uno
and kind
events.
of work on those kind of things. You have time, we'll have enough chance to kind of even further solidify what you guys do both on the offense and defensive end.
Yeah, I think obviously, putting this game together we'll get to see some good clips finally, because we've watched a lot of bad clips over the last week. So I think obviously just looking at what we're doing good and what we can continue to work on, and then Toronto's going to be another test for us, and we get to play them twice, and then we have Chicago and Washington. So I think getting back and having some good film that we can watch to give guys confidence, but then also knowing we still have a lot of work to do and things that we want to get better at.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.